Hey, welcome to SE Custom Designs, where you are continuing to watch a series on taking an old unit like this. Everything that's in blue is from the 90s, and I threw this together really fast. And when I say I threw it together, trust me when I say that, I basically took a jigsaw and I cut this out and probably across here too, because this was like woo, 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 like this, and so I had to correct that. That was easy enough to do. Look the episodes up and you'll see how I did that. I actually did that with a router. And so now as we work from the top, we see that it didn't have a top, right? So we put a top on it. Now we need to extend this shelf here out and put this shelf in. Look the series up for that, where we talk about how do you get around an existing project that already has a back on it, and your router, this piece here to receive the piece, and the router just stops. So look that up. That's a little tip for you. And please mention SE Custom Designs and when you see the tips that you see. And we're going to show you another one. We decided to go ahead and face off the drawer we made for here. We made the framing out of dovetails. We did that on the Lead D4R Pro dovetail jig. So we used a lot of different technique and methods when it came to make this project. And so then, moving on, we needed a place to put the paper. Sorry, I got to do this just to get this open at the moment. But we needed a place to put the paper, and so I made this. And so you can get 6 reams of paper down in there now. And then I had to put another extended piece on. Now originally I had the paper shoved back to here, and this was closing down on it. And when my lovely one came down, she said, "Can you do the same thing you did here and move this out?" So there you go. I told her no. I said, my son Josh coined this wonderfully. He said it's like the goalposts keep moving. But as a surprise, not only did I do that, but I extended it out. We're going to pull this now forward. I added a kick plate to the bottom as well. And I'm using all reclaimed wood here, all wood I have lying around in the shop for the most part. So here is the drawer that we made. And as you can see, we have some dovetails here. And now what we need to do is put a face onto the carcass here, like this. So there's a tip I'm going to be showing you just momentarily. How to say hello to a guy. This is me, and we missed the beard. The beard is growing back. Be back by Hanukkah, Christmas. So at any rate, also we put a divider in there, like this. Now this whole unit is going to be painted, and so that's how that works. So she wanted a divider. So I'm not even sure I'm even going to glue that in there. It doesn't really need to be glued. It'll stay right put where it is. So now we have a situation, and I'm sure you've had this situation where you're gluing one piece to another, and then you go and check your clamps, and our clamps are right behind us, and we're going to pull those into service shortly. But then everything starts slipping around, and you're inventing words that you never knew before, because your project is moving all around on it. Well, in the 90s, I had that situation. This is when I first started out in the Maybe House. And let's show you where that is, by the way, what that is. The Maybe House in Rotterdam Junction. Look it up. It now belongs to the Historic Society in Schenectady, New York. But 2 of my kids were born here. Hey, check out these guys. I don't know where they think they're going. So their time period there, about 300 years old, this house. Then we have time travelers, my friends. But my wood shop was right here. It was a humble wood shop, and I only had but a few tools. So we're doing a show there, by the way. That's going to be in August 25th. And this is about the Dachim. It's called the Carrot Festival. We'll be doing a show there. We did a show in Woodstock. I'm going to put pictures up there so you can see what that looked like. That was a lot of fun. That was our very first show. And we got a lot of experience. And what better place to go than Woodstock, New York, to do something for the first time? So, the trick that I have for you is quite simple. In order to stop the piece from floating around on that ice skating rink, right, is going to be very, very simple. We're going to take nails and we're going to just put in a few key nails like this. And go ahead and please mention that you saw this on SD Custom Designs, and we'll be quite happy for that. So this is an original. This is not an original idea, but I'm sure at some point you either saw it somewhere or you just did it out of desperation. Like, how can I stop this stuff from floating around? Let me get my camera and mount it so that I can have my hands free, because I'm really going to need to have my hands free. Let's see here. Is this going to work? Yes, it will. All right. Are we still capturing digitally? Yes, we are. Great. Now, when I hammer this in, maybe it's going to go flying. Hopefully that doesn't happen. All you're going to do, my friends, is take a nail and you're going to nail that in there. Okay? Let's move it in a little bit, actually, like so. This is just fine. Oh, another tip I got for you. If you don't want to split your wood, you do something very, very simple. You take and you blunt the edge like so. You'll find that it won't split your wood if you do that. That's another little tip that I have for you. Now, in my previous videos, I used pins from a pin gun, and that seemed to work out just fine. In this case, I'm just going to show you another way of doing it. Okay. Let's see here. Just need more of a solid base to nail into here. So this is my foam. This is from a rug. Goes under your rug, and this is great for sanding on, my friends. So things don't get scratched and don't move around, that type of thing. All right, so here we go. I am going to, what you want to do before you face off, your drawer, and this is the piece we're using, we want to make sure that we looked at the orientation of the rays in the wood and make sure that through time, for example, I'm going to exaggerate this, that it doesn't start trying to go out this way and cup and warp this way. So look at the rays. If it isn't very, very obvious which way it's going to go, we'll just look at the cut itself. I can see that we're going like this. So I'm going to go ahead and face it down, just like so. All right? So that's what we'll do. All right. Getting on with that tip. Let's do it. I don't need to go too far with the nails, my friends. You just have to go a little bit. That's it. Now what we're going to do is simply take a tool like this and snip the nail. Now I don't need a lot of nail, like I said. So I'm going to go ahead and nip it down. Make sure they're up and down, straight up and down. Okay. Now we're going to just nip them and give yourself just a little bit. Watch your eyes. I'm wearing glasses. So I'm not really too concerned about where it's going to go. Trust me, they fly all over the shop. I will find them. All right. So here we go. That's the last one. Now I'm going to take look up the episode if you haven't seen the episode on the glue bot. This guy is amazing. I'm going to get the other one out for you. It's a little one, and it's great for controlling the glue and applying the glue. This is called the Babe Bot. He's good for little areas, and I'm going to use the bigger glue bot, and we're going to go ahead and put some glue down. All right, here we go. Now we have about 360 videos plus on YouTube. We have 216 subscribers now. Thank you, new subscriber. We got you just the other day, 2 days ago. And boy, I tell you what, we're really thankful when we get our new subscribers. It means that you like what you see. And please leave your comments if there's things that you want to see and you don't see. If you want a review on any of the tools that you see in my shop, I would be very glad. We probably did a review, but I'm doing review views because I can. And if I get new subscribers, and I just wanted to let you know that we have a lot that we talk about through the years. Okay. I started learning how to do this type of thing in Israel. I learned how to work with wood in Israel in the 1978. And so that's that. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more glue on the edge. And again, this is going to be painted. So that's what's going on here. Now, you might ask me, why, Steve, did you make dovetails for something you're going to paint? The reason for that, my friends, is because I'm going to start working with the dovetail jig again. For my shows, I want to make trays and all kinds of various things for those shows, and I needed to get my hands wet again. I needed to get back into using the jig. Look up the reviews on that. It's simply one of the best jigs in the world, my friends. I challenge you to find a better one, because the jig is highly configurable. You can move your pins. They give you 24 inches of space to push out those pins, and you can make big tails and pins, small pins, so on and so forth. Yeah, I just rubbed my glue right on the. So now I'm going to very carefully set this down. All right, like so. All right, and I'll make sure this is where I want it to go. And watch this. Just push it down. That's really all you need to do. Push it down. Let's have a look. And I'll tap it down with a soft hammer. Okay. Like so. And basically, this is amazing because now I can just take my clamps. Now look, observe, if you can, it didn't move, it didn't slide all over the place. Now I can take my clamps and drive it home. So it can set up. All the while, don't ever make these assumptions that everything is all set when you're clamping. Go ahead and verify and then verify. They say in life, trust but verify. That will never get old for me. Alright, so I'm watching. Everything is cool here. It's still good. Alright, and let's go ahead and get a few more on here. I am going to run over. I'll be right back, guys. And get some more clamps that size. Now you can just follow the series through. There's, I don't know, roughly 8 videos. 8 videos where we will show you all kinds of technique, including making this drawer, my friends. If you've never made a drawer before, please go ahead and watch how we make a drawer. And this drawer that I made is going to be solid. Okay, it's not coming apart. I don't want my customers coming to me down the road saying, well, can I give them a guarantee? I'm like, you know what? I take pride in my work. I want you to take pride in my work too. If anything ever gives you a problem, you please let me know, and I will make it right. Okay. All right. Here we go. Clamp that guy down. Lots of pressure. All right. Please leave comments, and we'll get back to you. You can see that in the history of my videos, that I will get back to you. We just like to hear from you. Some of the comments that I get are, yo, stop moving that, slow down and stop moving your camera all over the place. And I apologize for that, because I don't have a sophisticated setup. I just use my phone. And at one point I had, just checking it out here, at one point I had a camera that I mounted on my head, and that was even worse, my friends. Somebody said, where's my Dramamine? I don't blame you, sorry. So obviously I don't want this to come apart on me. I'm going to squeeze this guy along the journey here. And if you don't mind, don't tell my wife this is a surprise that she doesn't know about. So again, I hope you're enjoying the series. We're getting so close to being done with the series. As a matter of fact, we are. Okay. Now let's talk about cleanup. If you're new at woodworking, I'll be right back. You're gonna, maybe you don't know, you have to be very anal about cleaning up that glue ASAP. Okay? Because it is very difficult to get glue off of the project once it's dry. It basically becomes a part of the wood. That's the neat thing about glue. This is Titebond. Yes, Titebond. And especially when you're gluing and on pieces of furniture and things like my bandsaw boxes and nested trays. Actually, what I do to get the water off inside of my nested trays, and I'll bring one over shortly, just in the event you don't know what those are. What I'll do is I'll take them to the sink. You heard me, right? We'll take them to the sink and we'll spray them. It is a very effective way of getting the glue out. And again, that just like these nails that stop the pieces from floating around, right? One day I was thinking there's got to be a better way to get the glue out. What got old rather quickly was trying to use the Q-tips, so on and so forth. Using Q-tips and trying to get all that glue out of there, and it just seemed to me that I couldn't move fast enough, especially when you're moving with production, when you want to do one after another after another. I tell you what, that was getting old real fast. So I would take the bandsaw, the nested tray, even bandsaw boxes too. So having said that, and I'll take it up to the sink, and I will spray it off with the sink hose. Okay. Then if there's anything left, which there has been, then I will get the Q-tip out and use the Q-tip. So there you go. Okay, as a matter of fact, I'm going to grab one now. I can't seem to get the glue up under here. do that real quick. And that's doing a great job getting the glue out of there. Okay. All right, my friends, this is going to be really quite the upgrade for furniture I made in the 90s. Literally, I believe it was like 1990 or something like this. So here's a little tip if you haven't thought about it. Put water in your old glue bottles, right? And then you can just spray that ever so nice. All right, now don't forget, when you do something like this, to do a final inspection. Make sure everything is where you want it to be, because it's actually not too late if you had to take this guy apart, right? And adjust it. But amazingly enough, and I'll be right back, my friends. This glue dries pretty quick. Humidity levels, I have a humidity monitor. Let me show you. It's 53% at the moment, and temperature is 72. So there's my fluctuation of the humidity, 53, 47. And I picked that up. You can pick these up very cheap these days. You want to monitor the humidity levels in your wood shop. I have a dehumidifier running over there 24/7 now that it's summertime. I have this beautiful. You're like, next time warn me, sir. All right. So I spoke about the nested trays. Nested trays, when I'm cleaning them out, and I clamp them up, I will take them up to the sink and spray them out with water. My friends, do you see any glue? And in the past, yes, I had glue that I didn't get, right? And it would be here. You know how hard that is to get out once it's dry? And or I would have the glue that is staining, the wood. And now, I'm telling you, that's just a pain. You have to take care of that. So these are nested trays that came out of solid blocks of wood like this. Okay, and I'll be making nested trays out of this. These guys came out of these guys. These are simple bandsaw boxes. Some are a little more fancier, like this guy here. He was fun. I veneered him with the paddock, African paddock wood. That wood there I used to make a gaming card holder. I have that thing somewhere. I don't know where it is. Here it is. So there's this guy. There's folks that use those things to take care of their cards. They have card games that they have. So I made that as a gift. All right, thanks for coming into my shop, guys. Again, this here is the drawer. Follow me on the series to see me make this and all the tricks of the trade. And so, at any rate, there it is. It's really coming along, my friends. Now I have copious amounts of sanding ahead of me. Thanks for coming into my wood shop, my friends. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. Again, we're at 216. Thank you, new subscriber. Leave your comments, thumbs up. I want to hear a thumbs down if there's something you don't like, and we'll try to straighten that out. And y'all have given me thumbs down. I don't know who you are. That doesn't matter. But I want to learn. Who doesn't want to get better at what they do? And so that's what it's all about. So again, thank you. Welcome to my shop. I tend to sort of pan through my shop at the end of the videos, just so you're familiar with my setup and so on and so forth. Every tool you see, I'm doing reviews on, and I'm using them through the years. I'm taking more time in 2015 on to be more thorough with my videos and talk about technique and all the things that helps our lives and make it fun in the wood shop. Okay, so again, in the 90s, 78, when I lived in Israel, I learned carpentry, and all we had was a handle like this. This is a hickory handle, some steel hammers. We had chisels, and this was our saw. This is what we used right there, this guy here. And we weren't allowed to use electric tools, but they wanted us to learn how to use our hands. And so that was how the foundation was laid. And it is amazing what you can make with just a few tools. So don't be intimidated by the wood shops that you see. It takes us a while to get to where we are. So there you go. All right, thanks for coming to my shop. And we do one video a week or more. And we appreciate that you came in. Bye-bye now.